So in today's video, I'm going to show you how I do my everyday makeup look. So we're going to start off with skin prep. I'm going to take the Rhode glazing milk. You already know I use this in every single makeup tutorial because it's that good. Super hydrating and moisturizing at the same time. Next, I'm going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. I have to pick up the full size because I'm literally running out of this. This is your reminder to make sure that you are prepping your skin before makeup so that your makeup doesn't look dry and cakey. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and fill in my brows with the Morphe brow pencil. So I actually just cleaned up my brows, but I might have overplucked a little bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and fill in those little gaps. Now I'm gonna take the Tower 28 concealer and I put a little bit on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna take the Makeup by Ariel A19 brush. It's a nice flat concealer brush. I'm going to take some of this to clean up underneath my brows. I'm also going to take the rest of the concealer and kind of just put it all over my eyelids. Now I'm going to take the Kosas setting powder on a little fluffy brush, and I'm just going to set that concealer really lightly. Now I'm going to go in with bronzer. This is the one from Juvia's Place. I'm going to kind of mix these two shades together on that same fluffy brush that we used with the Kosas powder. I'm just gonna lightly put that in my crease. Moving on to the base, I'm gonna take the Patrick Ta foundation. I put some on the back of my hand, and I'm using this BK Beauty 101 brush to blend in the foundation. If you're looking for a really nice skin-like glowy foundation, I highly recommend picking this one up. Now I'm gonna take my sponge and kind of just blend in the foundation to pick up any excess product. Because for everyday makeup, you want something that's gonna be light. You don't want it to be too heavy. Now I'm going to go in with bronzer. I'm going to take the Say Sun Melt Natural Bronze in the shade Tan Bronze. When you're putting on your bronzer, you want to make sure that you're kind of doing this like upward motion, because you don't really want your bronzer to kind of like bring your face down. You kind of want it to lift. So I always kind of like just place my brush here and move it upwards. I have to take off the foundation from my lips because I hate the feeling of all of that on my lips. Go back in with my sponge and kind of just go over everything just to make sure that everything looks really nice and blended. Moving on to cream blush, I'm going to take this one from Rhode. This is in the shade Juice Box. I'm going to use the BK Beauty 109 brush to blend out the blush. These have been my favorite blushes. I love all the colors. They look so good on the skin. Look how cute this blush is. It's so good. It gives like a nice glow to the skin, and they also last a really long time. When I tell you that the Rhode blushes are my favorite, I'm not kidding. I want to buy more shades. She just came out with like a berry shade and I want to buy it so bad. But my top like favorite colors would have to be Juice Box and Piggy. They're two like pinky shades. I also have the shade Spicy Marg, which I did wear this a lot last year. It was like a perfect like really nice peachy color for the summer. And then I also have Freckle, which is more of like an everyday like muted brown. Now I'm gonna go in with concealer. I'm gonna use the House Labs. This has been one of my favorite concealers for a really long time. It looks super smooth under the eyes and it lasts a really long time. For concealer placement, I kind of just place it right in the inner corner and a little bit on the outer parts. This gives more of like a lifted look. I like to blend out my concealer with the brush first, and then I like to go over it with the sponge. I just do like tapping motions and kind of go under the eyes and look up, and then kind of just drag it down and blend it in with the blush. After blending out the concealer, I'm going to take that same brush that we used for the cream blush and kind of just blend the concealer and the blush together. It gives more of a blended look. Now to set my under eyes, I'm going to take the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm going to take my powder puff and dip into the powder. And before you go in and set your under eyes, make sure that you're blending out any creases. So I'm going to go in with my sponge and make sure that I don't have any creases under my eyes before I set it. Starting in the inner corner and then moving outwards. And I'm only focusing this powder right under my eyes. To set the rest of my face, I'm going to go in with the Kosas Cloud Set powder on a fluffy brush. I still want my base to look glowy, but I still want it to be set so that it can last a long time. So taking a pressed powder like this is going to still set the makeup, but also kind of leave a nice glow to the skin. We're going to go back in with bronzer, and I'm going to take that same fluffy brush that we just used, and I'm going to pick up both shades, and I'm going to use this to set the cream bronzer. Layering your products like this, it's really going to make sure that your makeup lasts a long time, rather than just using a cream bronzer and then having it melt off at the end of the day. So when you're using a powder on top of the cream, your makeup is going to last so much longer because you have those layers. And using whatever is left over on my brush, I'm just gonna kind of bronze up the nose. I don't really like to do nose contour. I feel like it doesn't look good on me, so I just go in and lightly bronze up my nose. Right now I can't find my Hourglass blush in the shade Sublime Flush. That is my favorite blush of all time, and it's $48, and I can't find it. I have no idea where it's at, so we're gonna substitute it and we're gonna use something else. I completely forgot that I had this. This is the new Rare Beauty Matte Bouncy Blush. It's like a cream, like it's a nice cream formula, but it also dries down to a powder, and it's super pretty, but nothing can replace the Hourglass one for me. But this one is also super good. So I'm gonna take it on that same brush that we used for the cream blush. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of that, and I'm gonna focus it more on the outer parts of my face, bringing it in. I'm gonna go back to the brows, and I'm gonna take this Rare Beauty eyebrow gel, and I'm gonna brush my brows up and then kind of just bring down those hairs. Now before I go in and do mascara, I'm gonna take the D'Alba serum spray. This is so good for bringing like a nice glow to your skin. This also helps to melt down all the powder so your face doesn't look powdery. Now I'm going to take my Shiseido eyelash curler and curl my lashes. The difference that the eyelash curler makes is crazy. I'm going to go in with the Glossier mascara. This is a very natural looking mascara. That's why I like it, because I don't like my eyelashes to look clumpy. It gives a really nice natural look. Onto the lips, I'm going to take the Refi Lip Sculpt in the shade Fawn to line my lips. Next, I'm going to go in with the YSL lipstick. This is in the shade 44B. It's like a really nice pinky shade. It looks so pretty. These two have been my favorite lip combo for a while now. It just looks so good. This is the final makeup look. This is my everyday makeup routine. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and thank you so much for watching.